Hey, this is Short John Red, and welcome back to Vampire Therapist. No, sorry if there wasn't a video yesterday. I don't know, got kind of lazy. I'll try to, you know, be a bit more, I'll try to push myself to, release more videos. Anyways,
Yes, I know who you are, Samuel Walls. You have come here because you believe you can help our kin.
I'm pretty sure this is the guy I seen in like all the promotional stuff and what have ya. And the way he's talking, this is a bit more who I was expecting we'd play. Not this, southern drink of water.
The question is, are you first able to help yourself?
Help myself to what? I can help myself.
I've been fixing myself for more than a century now. I don't think I need help.
Then you must prepare to learn a most difficult lesson.
Oh yeah?
We all need help, Samuel. I am pleased that you have come to receive mine.
Dang, you scared the heck out of me.
He's not that scary. Like, I'm not gonna look it up now, but I'm pretty sure this is the guy that's featured in like the art when you first get the game. Like I assumed this would be the guy we'd be playing, but got the rug pulled under me, I guess. Oh yeah.
You must allow an ancient vampire his games. He will play them regardless. Please, sit down. What an absolute pleasure it is to meet you at last. I found your messages most intriguing.
We actually have sprites for sitting in a chair. Okay. I thought we were just gonna say we're gonna sit down, but the sprites never actually. Yeah.
Afraid there ain't much here in the way of intrigue. I'm just a lonesome cowboy looking for answers.
You know, I receive emails every day from vampires seeking my help. You are the very first to seek my aid in helping others. This alone makes you intriguing.
Well, dang. I think you're gonna be sorely disappointed when you get to talking to me. I'm just honored you're giving me the time of night.
Time of night.
I have unlimited time, Samuel. I am pleased to share some of it with you. Our kind can be rather set in their ways. It is inspiring to see someone so young and eager to learn.
I'm not that young.
Yeah, well, I wasn't much for learning when I was alive. Just making up for lost time, I guess.
It sounds as though you have been handling your own life better than most. I was particularly intrigued by these revelations you had while walking in nature.
Revelations.
Oh, yeah, well, I give walking the credit. Nothing sorts my thoughts out better.
I hear that. I definitely hear that. Like, I don't know why, but it's just like when I like walking, it definitely, helps. It helps me think.
After a few decades, I started seeing patterns in the way we vampires think.
Can you explain some of these patterns?
I've tried to explain them to other vampires, but it ain't never gone well. I can try, though.
Okay.
See, we tend to assume certain things just because we've been believing them since we were alive. Or we decide the world's against us just because we're hungry or tired or something. And when we start tackling problems that ain't real, we ain't fixing our real problems. That make any kind of sense?
Yeah, I get that. Like a lot of times we like manufacture problems instead of actually doing what it takes to fix the real problem.
Fascinating, Samuel. These revelations that you had in the woods, mortal psychologists have a term for them. They are called cognitive distortions.
Cognitive distortion.
Cognitive whoozy what now?
Cognitive distortions. They are exactly as you described them. I will explain in a moment. Please, tell me about these specific revelations you had.
Okay, let's hopefully I can go through them all one by one.
Well, I noticed how we stress ourselves out by making everything a battle of do or die absolutes. High noon mind, I call it. Like that feeling you get right before a big shootout.
I must confess I have no experience with this feeling. I engaged in mortal combat long before the age of gunpowder.
So, like, but gunpowder's like hundreds, if not thousands of years old. Like, I don't know. I think the first guns were like, I mean, granted, black powder existed long before firearms did, but, well, it didn't take them that long to, you know. So, you must be old.
The sentiment you describe mirrors the words of my old friend Marcus Aurelius. He used to say that the magnitude of life's challenges often turn us into our worst selves.
You mean Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor?
And apparently he's been around, and apparently at the very least he's old enough that he was around during the reign of the Roman Empire.
Of course, his name was Marcus. Marcus was a bedroom name.
Bedroom name?
You mean you and the emperor were...
Oh my god!
It was ancient Rome. Penetration was similar to a handshake.
Sure, let's go with that. Okay. Even Sam's getting awkward here.
My apologies. I somehow forgot you were American. But let us discuss this high noon mine.
Hey, not all Americans are prudes, you know.
I believe we can broaden your definition. Mortal psychologists call this phenomenon of binary thought polarized thinking, but I like to call it Nosferatu thinking.
Nosferatu thinking? Okay, we got a new note. Sometimes things can seem black and white when loose. Oh, okay, it just changed the thing. So, polarized thinking. Okay, so that's the technical term.
Nosferatu thinking?
It means you are thinking in black and white.
Because Nosferatu, the original Nosferatu was in black and white.
I get it. That's pretty funny.
At least, I don't know, I could be wrong.
I believe it encompasses the breadth of the distortion. One is not flatly weak or strong, good or evil, smart or stupid, a success or a failure. The truth is far more complex and colorful.
Yeah. It's called having little nuance, thinking in shades of gray.
Every high noon gunfight ends in oblivion, correct?
Well, yeah, that's true. Getting shot still ain't fun, but it ain't the end neither.
A perfect example, Samuel. Now, try to catch me using Nosferatu thinking. I will give you a series of statements, and one of them will contain Nosferatu thinking. I will repeat them if you miss it.
Okay, so Nosferatu thinking... That's like, you know, thinking in absolutes. Like, seeing things that are in black and
If I
white.
do not drink blood, I will surely die.
I mean... that's technically true.
Death eventually comes for us all.
I mean, I guess that's also true.
Mortals will always fear our kind.
Ah!
That's Nosferatu thinking right there. I've met mortals who knew who I was and weren't scared.
Yeah, I caught that. Like those first two, like, they were... Like, I mean... They weren't really what I'd call... I mean, maybe they were a little black and white, but they were also just straight up facts. Like, vampires need... You know... Vampires need blood, and, you know, death comes to their soul, but... Not every mortal is a... You know...
Very good, Samuel. And even if you hadn't, to say mortals will always fear us ends any hope that they might not. Always is such a terminal word, is it not?
Yeah.
Would you like to discuss more of your revelations with me?
Okay, saloon think.
I realize that as vampires, we can get the feeling of the power that comes with immortality and strength, but then we get hopeless and aimless over time. It's kind of like the fella you see in the saloon at the bottom of a bottle of whiskey. Either he thinks he can fight everyone, or he's crying into them last drops because he thinks life's hopeless. It's saloon thinking. Two extremes that probably ain't true.
A fascinating observation, Samuel. Your saloon thinking was described in my time as the battle between hubris and nemesis, the twin excesses of arrogance and self-pity.
I think I did mention, like, one of these was, like, hubris. Like, either thinking you're... Like, either thinking you're, like, completely like, thinking you're, like, just, you know, all that. Invincible and stuff, but... Between hubris and nemesis, huh? Nemesis as in being, like, your enemy. Well, I guess in this instance, you are your own enemy.
Oh man, it made me wish I'd gotten some schooling. Maybe I would have figured this stuff out earlier.
You live forever, my friend. There is no rush. What you have identified is a phenomenon where individuals perceive either an illusion of control or a lack of control.
Yeah, these are some... Sorry if I'm not saying a lot, but it's just... Like I said, a lot of this is very complex for me, but I think I do... But I do get it.
Mortal psychologists call this phenomenon you have described a control fallacy.
Huh, control fallacy. I think I've heard that before.
Rarely do we have complete power over our situations or no power at all. But we create this illusion that stops us from attempting to change our perceived situations.
Yeah, you're right about that. I used to think I'd never get away from my gang. And maybe that's what made me stick with them for so long.
Yes, you see how cognitive distortions keep us from facing reality, whatever that reality may be. Of course, I am so old and powerful that I am always in control.
You're testing me, ain't you? That's a control fallacy right there.
Well done, Samuel. I am indeed very powerful, but the cosmos holds no awareness of Andromachos.
Okay.
Of course, as you expertly pointed out with your analogy about the man at the bottom of a whiskey bottle, a control fallacy can be positive or negative.
I mean... I guess.
Listen to my next few statements and try to find a control fallacy. Simply let me continue if you do not detect one.
Okay, control fallacy, like... Oh, I'm glad they're explaining this more in depth, so now I get it. So, control fallacy, it's like... You either think you're completely in control, or you have absolutely no control whatsoever.
The sun will eventually burn out. I will roam a cold, dead earth, and there is little I can do about it.
I mean, that's technically true.
My kitty cat died. I shall be lonely forever.
I think...
I'm sorry about your sweet kitty, but you can always pick up a new one. Or there's lots of them just waiting for a loving home, so you don't need to be lonely.
It was just an example, Samuel. Well spotted. But I do speak from experience. I felt that way once when a pharaoh I was dating had our cat mummified.
You dated a pharaoh? Wow, how old are you,
I
dude?
went into a murderous depression that nearly decimated the continent. But I had the power to help myself all along by adopting a new friend in need of a home.
Oh, dang, don't let me get on your bad side.
Yeah.
I doubt you shall see it, Samuel. Did you have more revelations to tell me about?
Oh yeah, hot branding, which is like the, if I remember correctly, it's like the self-deprivation, like making derogatory comments about yourself, putting yourself down, acting like you're worthless.
See, I used to be in a gang. They were my whole existence. If you asked me who I was, I would have said, I'm a murdering bastard. Once I got away, I realized how small-minded that was. I was Sam before I was a murdering bastard, but that's how I was choosing to brand myself. My old gang's still around, and they're still branding themselves like that. They can't see themselves as anything but killers.
Very astute, Samuel. I favor the clinical term, however, which is labeling.
Labeling. Huh, that's actually a good name.
You correctly discovered that labeling is a reductive act. When we call ourselves names, even if we find them accurate, we create prophecies we are doomed to fulfill.
So, a self-fulfilling
For
prophecy.
millennia, I thought of myself as a killer. It was not untrue that killing was how I made my way in the world. I was an unstoppable warrior and assassin. But with this label, I limited myself for ages. I did not only kill people, I also killed potential aspirations I might have had. See whether you can catch me doing some labeling in my next few statements.
Okay.
I am so old, I am ancient.
Well, I mean, considering you dated a pharaoh and had an affair with a Roman emperor, this is a true statement.
Call me whatever you like, but don't call me late for dinner.
Nothing derogatory about that. Or nothing self-deprecating about
How
that.
shall I describe myself? Yes, I am a mass murderer.
I want to say this one, though I'm not entirely sure.
Well, that's about as clear a labeling as it gets. Yeah, we vampires tend to do a lot of killing, but
Get
reducing
5
ourselves to killers
distortion-
ain't doing us any favors.
I just got an achievement. I got to get 5 distortions correct in a row. Not really. I mean, I failed the first. Granted, I only succeed because the game allowed me to succeed because, beginning of the game, but. Well, whatever. At least, like, my problem back then was that these were not, lined up with. Huh, now they are. Well, let's hope it stays that way, but I'm gonna try to be a bit more careful.
Excellent, Samuel. You are correct. Labels can be cages that we lock ourselves in. I was a mere murderer for most of my existence because that is how I labeled myself.
Yeah, I did the same thing. Sam Walls, the murderer, reprobate, and good for nothing.
Those are not how I would describe the Sam Walls I see before me. Did you have more revelations to tell me about?
I think that's all of them.
Yeah.
Or at least the ones that were the most obvious to me.
Are we gonna learn more? Because I have a bad feeling we're gonna learn more.
That you recognize the concept of cognitive distortions at all is most impressive, Samuel. What took me nearly 3 millennia to understand took you merely 2 centuries.
3 millennia. That's like a millennia is like 1,000 years, right? So you're more than 3,000 years old. Like you're almost as old as recorded history.
Oh, come on, you're just flattering me. I'm just a dope stumbling his way through one life.
Are you now? Tell me, Samuel, what kind of cognitive distortion are you exhibiting when you call yourself a dope?
Oh, and now you're telling me to psychoanalyze myself. Okay.
Yeah, I'm doing some labeling. I gotta watch myself, huh?
As long as we retain any humanity, we will have cognitive distortions. What we are aiming for is not to become perfect beings, but to understand and accept ourselves.
Yeah, that's kind of the whole point of therapy. Like, not to suddenly become a perfect being, but rather a better version of yourself. Also, like, someone you can actually, be proud to be.
As long as we can recognize cognitive distortions, we can address our real challenges. One cannot drink blood from a straw man, after all.
A straw man? Wait, do you mean that literally or metaphorically?
I ain't never heard that one before, but I like it.
If it helps solidify the concept in your mind, then I am well satisfied. I know you came to learn from me, so I will do my best to honor your good intentions. Let us ensure that you understand the concepts of labeling, control fallacies, and Nosferatu thinking. I will give you a series of statements, and each one will contain a cognitive distortion for you to identify. I will begin.
Okay, this should be interesting.
If I invite over my vampire friends, I know I'm going to have to deal with guano all over the place when they turn into bats at the end of the night.
Okay, so black and white thinking absolutes, and like black and white thinking, hubris versus nemesis, or self-deprecation. If I invite my vampire friends, I know I'm gonna have to deal with guano all over the place when they turn into bats at the end of the night. I want to say control fallacy.
There's a control fallacy, sir. You're acting like you've got no control, but you could lay down some ground rules for guests, or some newspaper.
Or express concern to my friends that they have not been toilet trained. Very good, Samuel. Let me try another.
Okay, I'm actually doing pretty good. I thought this would be hard, but I guess not.
I am Andromachus, the ancient darkness, the scourge of the Mediterranean, the mortal's bane.
The labeling.
Well, that's definitely some intense labeling. Those are some hard names to get over.
Though some of them sound like
You're
compliments.
not wrong.
A little
Those
bit.
names followed me for millennia. It was most stifling. Let me try another then. If my club's revenues do not significantly increase, I will end up living on the street.
Okay, if my club's revenues do not significantly increase, I will end up living on the street. Please tell me these are like random and not like, you know, like there isn't like one for like each. I feel like this might be wrong, but I just don't see this as Nosferatu thinking.
Oh, no, wait. This is some extreme thinking. I know there's a cognitive distortion to describe that.
If my club's revenues do not significantly increase, I will end up living.
Alright. I mean, there's kind of some overlap between these two. Don't you think?
That there's got to be Nosferatu thinking. There's a huge space between making a ton of profit and living on the street.
Indeed, you are correct. I run my club at a considerable loss, but 3,000 years of banking interest means that money is not really an object to me anyway.
How long has banking been around?
Samuel, now I am not only intrigued by you, but also impressed. I would very much like to teach you my ways, but I must demand something of you first.
Alright.
I'm here to learn.
You must receive therapy yourself. I will not have you seeing clients without a commitment to your own mental health.
That's fair.
Oh, now, hold on just a minute. I don't know that I need therapy. I'm feeling pretty good about myself these days.
Samuel, we all need therapy to live in this world. You have been speaking in cognitive distortions since the moment you walked into my office.
I have. I didn't even notice.
They are most insidious, but I am here to help you identify and challenge them. You have walked alone for too long, Samuel. Allow me to share my experience with you.
So, wait. Am I gonna be switching control? Because... Am I gonna be switching to Andromachus?
Well, alright, if you say so. I appreciate your taking the time to work on this, old cowpoke.
We have all the time in the world, Samuel.
Literally.
For now, you
Well,
must be eager
sort
for
of.
something fresh. Please, dance. Drink your fill. We will begin tomorrow.
Okay, how much time was... 23 minutes, okay.
Okay, then. Well, sir, it's been an honor.
Again, sorry if I'm not saying much, it's just... I don't know, this is some interesting stuff, and I want to pay attention.
You don't have to call me sir, you know.
Alright then, Andromachos.
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 Hey, Andromachus.
I mean, it is kind of a hard name to say.
Just call me Andy.
Andy.
Alright, Andy. I'll see you tomorrow then.
The curtain is definitely an interesting...
Hey, look at all them mortals, sweating, blood pumping. I am thirsty. There ain't no power on this earth that'll get me on a dance floor.
Okay, it seems we got reminders. We all make cognitive distortions. Okay, so this is 2024, which I assume is the year this game came out. Kinky stuff. Anyways, I know this isn't, it's not the full 30 minutes yet, but I'm gonna stop here. Okay. Save right there. Anyways, I hope you all had a good day today. Stay safe out there, and remember, this is Short John Red.